that natural water flow. Hello guys, welcome back. This is the Copernicus and this is my Let's Play of Tech World 2. So I thought I'd get a little bit more done in between episodes and just kind of quickly go over it. It seems like I'm not getting enough done in 20 minutes or what have you. So I built this little platform above my house. I was just running out of space in there. And I don't know, I might just expand this a bunch and put everything up here. You know, it's flat. I can make it as big as I want. I mean, it's really nothing pretty, but this is kind of more just to show you guys how the tech works, and it'll be easy to run pipes to places and easy to go around and connect things up. It's just, I don't know. This isn't for aesthetics, obviously. If you want to build aesthetical, you can figure out the routing of your pipes and whatnot. But anyways, I just wanted to show you this. If you're familiar with Tinker Construct, you'll know exactly what this is. It's a smeltery. And I'm not going to really tell you how to make it. I mean, you get a book right in the beginning that will kind of lead you to how you make this. And basically, this is kind of the next step in most people's, I don't know, like ladder of tech for doubling ores. You don't have to sit there and punch a stick, as fun as that is. You can kind of load it up, let it go, and walk away, and it just runs on lava. So lava and your ores, and you're good to go. So right here is a smeltery controller. It shows you your lava, it shows what liquids you have in the smeltery. And right here is where you put your ores, and you can feed it with a simple hopper, and I'll probably put a chest on top of there too. And then you load up the hopper or chest or whatever, and it'll just feed into here. And normally speaking in Tinker's Construct, saying you don't have any other mods, you'd have this faucet right here, and then this casting table down here. So you make these kind of casts, and this happens to be an ingot cast. So this is how you just get straight ingots out of your ores. And you would like sit here and you'd keep right clicking it every time you'd want to make one ingot. Well, that's not quite fast enough for my taste. So right here I have a fluiduct from thermal expansion, and the recipe's pretty easy. I'll look it up for you guys quick. Fluid duct. Alright. Now the clear ones that you can see through, and that's what I tend to use more just because they're cooler, they're a bit more expensive because they take hardened glass, and that's obsidian dust. We'll get into this later because I like the clear ones. They're a lot nicer. But the opaque ones that you can't see through, all it takes is a little bit of lead and some copper, and you've got 6 opaque fluid ducts. So I use those to connect straight from, I'll show you guys what's behind here, straight from this drain straight into the casting table or the casting bin. This makes blocks, so you got to make sure you have at least 9 ingots worth in your smeltery before you use that, or else it'll just kind of sit there. And so inside of these, shoot, I don't have any on me right now, but there is a pneumatic servo that you can install into either end. Well, depending on what you want it to do, you can install it into the end by simply right-clicking. Simple, pretty recipe: 2 glass, a redstone, 2 iron. And you install it, and then you can kind of configure it. You can filter things, blacklist or whitelist things. But the main thing that they're kind of used for, they're the simplest thing, is this redstone control. Normally, if you just set this up with just a fluid duct, you would have to have a lever powering all 3 of these, and that can kind of get a little in the way and stuff. So you make one of these simple servos, do redstone control ignored or low, depending on how you want it set up. But if you put it on ignored, it will constantly try to take any fluid in there and pump it out. So this is good when you kind of want to let it go and just kind of do its own thing. Make sure to change it back on high for when you want to like make tools and whatnot. And quickly go underneath here. Underneath here I have item ducts, so that when the item gets created, let's see here. So say there's some iron in there, gets put into the basin, and then there's an iron ingot in there. Normally you'd have to like right click it to pop it out, and then you could do another one. Well, there's an item duct, and all 3 of those have servos that are pulling the items out. So when the iron ingots gets created, gets pulled out from all 3 of these, and they get dumped into this chest here. So you can see I've already made some stuff. I'll get to that in a second. So all I'm going to do, Probably not for all of them, because we're going to be using some dust, like some tin dust and stuff to make other things. But I'll put the majority of my ores into here and just kind of let it filter through and kind of get my ingots for me. But as you notice here, I already made a couple tools. I didn't feel like you can learn that in the tutorial. I might link a page in the description telling kind of the attributes of each material that you can use. But I just used, for both my sword and my pick, I used, and what was it, alumite? I can never remember. It says right in here how to make them. Yep, I made an alumite. So this one I made the alumite sword blade. This one's an alumite pick head. And then for the binding for both of those, I used paper. That gives you an extra modifier. I mean, you can look all this stuff up on wikis or how-tos on Tinker Construct. I'm not going to go into too detailed right now. And then for the handle, I used green slime because that gives you a ×2 modifier on the durability of it. And on this one, I threw a obsidian plate as a modifier, which gave me an extra level of reinforcement. I'll probably add some redstone later to make it go faster, yada yada yada. If you've played Tinkers, you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, that's what I just wanted to go over quickly. I'm going to go ahead and process these ores, and hopefully when I'm all done, I can look at them and we can start making some actual machines. I like machines processing my ores, so I can control it more than the smeltery. But yeah, I'll be back when I'm ready to do that. Alright guys, just a quick update to show you while I will be advancing to the mechanical stage, not the... I guess I don't even know what you'd call this, but more tech stage of doubling my ores, because I totally had a brain fart and I forgot that, you know, liquids combine when they're in the smeltery, so I just dumped all my iron, all my silver, tin, and copper into here. And guess what? Tin and copper make bronze, so now I've got a ton of bronze with virtually, yeah, I don't have a single piece. Wow, that just had to combine so perfectly. I don't have a single piece of tin or copper individually. I have some downstairs, but I definitely didn't want, 18, 20, 32 bronze ingots. But we'll find use for them eventually. It's just kind of a little setback, but just showing you guys, be careful what you put in there. It combines. If you really want to make sure, put in one metal at a time and just pump it out like that. But I'll be back when I'm ready for the next update. Hello everyone, I'm back for an update, and we are getting into some more heavily based tech stuff this time. The first thing we're going to make is a steam dynamo from thermal expansion. We're going to be setting up a little row of thermal expansion machines. So there's a few different dynamos you can choose from. The initial one you kind of should go with at least is a steam dynamo. It just takes some copper, redstone, and a piece of silver, so really it's pretty easy to craft. There's also magmatic, compression, reactivate, and field shift. It can tell you what you're gonna need for it. The steam dynamo is gonna generate our energy from water and solid fuel. Solid fuel in this case is gonna be our charcoal from our farm out there. Look at the turtle go. Anyways. So yeah, I made a steam dynamo, and to store, you don't have to do this right away. You can just power your machines straight up with your dynamo. But if you want to kind of store it and control, so you're not wasting coal or whatever, you'll figure it out eventually. But it's leadstone energy cell. This is the least costly energy cell, and it also holds the most by, yeah, obviously because it's the cheapest. But, I mean, we're going to be working our way up here. There's a redstone energy cell. Okay, yeah, so you need, a fluid transposer, and that's from thermal expansion. So you kind of have to work your way up. You have to start from somewhere. But, I mean, you can get all the way up to, I think this is the highest? Yeah, the resonant energy cell. What is that, 5 million? 50 million? My eyes are tripping me out, but I think that says 50 million. So, anyways... if we go up here, right now I just have this little cooker thing going. I've got some wood up there, charcoal's feeding in, and then charcoal's coming out. Just be producing it automatically. So we got a reservoir here, the one that I made, and I've got a fluid duct set to redstone off, so it's always pulling. Oh crap! Okay, so there's fluid duct with water in it. and my cell is going to go here, and my steam dynamo is going to go here powering it, and you can see that it's already filled up with water. So all I need to do is throw some charcoal in there. It will build up steam and start producing power. So I can never remember which side is the outside. I think that is technically the outside. But actually I think I want this. Oh man, this is really getting me. That to be the outside, and then I'm going to run my power kind of from here back along here, and then my machine. I take that back. I might go underneath. I'm not totally sure yet, but anyways, I'll come back when I have some lines we're gonna be using. Oh geez. Here we go. Okay. They're called energy conduits. Okay, so energy conduit. And the basic one you can make is the leadstone, which you get, you get quite a bit of them for a couple of lead, some glass, and some redstone. So I'll be making some of those, running it behind here, and then start putting machines here. So I'll come back when I'm ready to craft some machines and some of those redstone energy conduits. And with the magic of editing, here we go. I've got my pulverizer and some leadstone. So this pulverizer is pretty easy. Machine frame, which is some gold, iron, glass, some flint, piston, and gold between two redstone for your reception coil. And there you've got a pulverizer. Now, you might be thinking, what are we going to use this pulverizer for? What could a pulverizer possibly do? It pulverizes. Shocker. Anywho, so you just set it up next to any power source, and you can see all these different colored cubes on the side. Well, that's telling inputs and outputs. So we're going to change all these off for now. So many. Alright, so you can see it still connects. The energy can go anywhere on the pulverizer and it will receive its energy. It doesn't need a specific input or output. But this is going to be our next step up in doubling our ores. We'll be able to feed any ore through there automatically, and it will be pulverized into 2 dust and occasionally a byproduct. If you can see some recipes here, like you pulverize wood into wood chips. This can be used for paper. Just go to some ores here. Let's see, what's it got? Here we go. Iron. When you pulverize iron, you get 2 pulverized iron and a 10% chance of getting pulverized ferrous, and ferrous is just another type of ore. But you can see all these different kinds of things you can do. You can pulverize stone into cobble. I have no idea why you'd really want to do that, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of different recipes that we're gonna use, and so like the blue side, it's really nice. It's super easy to tell because it shows up physically on the cube. You can see, like, okay, this is blue. Blue's on the top right now, and this square is highlighted in blue. That means anything you push through here will be sent to the top. But say if I have nothing selected and I put like a hopper on top of here, it will not work. You need to specify where items are coming from. So I think we'll just keep it there for now. Say we'll have like maybe a hopper and some chest, a double chest or something, just pack that full of our ores. And then, since we don't have any other machines right now, we're going to do this. Orange means both of these. So anything that comes out of here and anything down here. And it will come out through here. And I can just plop a chest down right here. I didn't make one, but if I had a chest right there, anything that is finished being pulverized would pop out of here. And this is really useful that you can split up the sides. So you can see, like, you can do red and it will just do these two. So that, say I had, like, we're going to be making a redstone furnace, and say I have a redstone furnace right here, right? So I can have anything that gets pulverized in here automatically pop out to the right, and then on the furnace I can have it accepted items from the left, and then basically anything that's pulverized will be pushed right to the furnace and automatically smelted. I don't know if I'll do that, just because I like to kind of control how much dust I have, because dust is used in crafting stuff. But and then you can have, like, you can separate out your your extra stuff, anything that you have a chance of getting, so you don't accidentally clog up your furnace by putting something into it that shouldn't be into it. So I think I'm going to get this thing powered up, maybe make yet another machine and come back and explain that to you guys, but I'll be back with the next machine. Well guys, I came to the sad realization that I am in fact going to have to go to the nether now. I just got to that point where I was like, oh, what do I want to build? This. Oh, guess what? It takes blaze powder. And you can get blaze powder and some other packs from going to the desert, but I don't want to say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that's from Thaumcraft. And since this is a strictly tech world, there is no magic, and Thaumcraft is pretty much all magic, so no recipes to craft blaze. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. There is, you can fluid transpose glowstone with redstone and you get blaze powder. But of course, glowstone, nether again. So I don't have anything too important besides my new materials here. So I guess the only thing to do is just kind of hop in and pray for the best. We need to go deeper. Not by lava, not by lava, not by lava. And that seems to be a pretty successful spawn. Let me make sure this lava doesn't get to me. So it looks like we spawned in sort of an ash biome. That's what it is. Phantasmagoric Inferno. I can never pronounce that. But, looks like we didn't do too bad. I definitely want to set a waypoint here. To the portal home. And there's a little demo of that in case you guys haven't seen that yet. That function of the map. So I think I'm just going to go exploring a bit, pick up some quartz, some glowstone. And I hope to goodness I find a nether fortress, because that's really what I'm looking for. And the map is actually going to help out a lot with that. I'm looking in the top right corner trying to see if I can see any purple blocks for a nether fortress. But shucks, it doesn't appear there's anything in our immediate vicinity except for a ghast. So like I said, I'm gonna collect some glowstone, some quartz, some nether rack, and hopefully I just spy a fortress somewhere around here. But I'll come back if I see anything. No nether fortress yet, but I did have to come back to show you guys this in case you've never played with Biomes of Plenty before. It adds different biomes to the nether, and one of them is this biome. Ooh, cobalt from Tinker's Construct. If you find any cobalt or ardite in the nether, it's always a good idea to mine it. It's pretty scarce. But anyways, these are like bone structures, and they have different parts. They have a small one, a medium one, and a large one. And basically, you craft the small one, you get 3 bone meal. Medium one gives you 6. The big one gives you 12 bone meal to work with. So I'm probably going to harvest a couple of these little bone trees here and just have bone meal for days. It's really cool, and they're great for decoration. They look so neat, especially if you're trying to create like a graveyard type scene. It's just so awesome. But I'll keep my eyes open for the nether fortress, but so far I'm not having too much luck. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, unfortunately I was not able to find a nether fortress. I'm sure I will between this episode and next, but it was just taking a little bit too long for my liking. So thought I'd do a little something before we wrap up here. I just thought I'd make a redstone furnace. It's pretty easy machine frame, so we already made that for the pulverizer, gold, iron, glass, another gold sandwich between some redstone, some bricks, redstone, copper, so pretty easy. But now that we've got this redstone furnace, we can plop it next to our pulverizer. And yeah, I don't think I'll be just outputting this one straight into the redstone furnace because I like to control how much dust I have and whatnot. I'll have to connect power to that, but yeah. So now we've got a redstone furnace that we can power off of our steam dynamo here, and we no longer have to constantly feed it coal. We'll just have to make sure that this redstone energy still stays full. So with that, I think I'm gonna have to sign off, but stay tuned next time. We'll probably get into some more advanced tech, and we'll might even get a supply of lava and replace the steam dynamo with some magmatic ones, and get our power situation stable here with some magma. So catch you guys next time, and remember, the cake is a lie.